our shareholders. We have a couple of different programs available to all of our agents, our revenue share, all of that. It's just a quick overview of the company. And again, there's no commitment or obligation. It's just you doing your due diligence to find out more about eXp Realty. My name is Brad Anderson. I believe there's a big name above my head. I've removed it so I can see your name when I'm standing and talking to you. I've been here since December of 2014, coming up on my 4th year. Have never been more excited in the last 35 years in the industry to be with my 3rd and final startup. And I'd say that I've never looked back and have never had any regrets. Today, what I'd like to do is just give you an overview of eXp on behalf of the person who invited you here. They're your sponsor. They're the person I would ask you to go back to at the end to ask any questions, but I will remain if there is some Q&A. I just know we have KV Core coming in at the top of the hour for their Q&A session they do weekly on Friday. So I do want to wrap up by the top of the hour. What I'd like to do is in the next 30 to 40 minutes is just give you a good overview of eXp. 2 housekeeping items. Number 1, if your microphone is green right now, would you look down there at the mic in your eXp World window on your computer screen? And if it is green, will you click your mouse on it and turn it red, please? That'll allow the people sitting around you, next to you, in front of you, and behind you to have a good audio experience. It'll actually benefit everybody in the auditorium here because if your mic is open and it's good on, we really hear everything. Typing, slurping, coughing, burping, you name it. It comes through on your mic. And so you don't want to be that person today. We don't want to call you out unless you have a question. So the other side of that is if your mic is red and you do have a question, towards the end, you can click on the microphone again with your mouse. That will unmute your mouse, ask your question, then click on the. Also, when you're adventuring around and exploring eXp's world, try to make sure your mic is closed in case you do walk into a live training or a live session. It'll disrupt and stop the whole training because they'll think you have a question. And really all it is you didn't realize your mic was open. The second housekeeping item is behind me on this big screen. You see an introduction to eXp Realty. It's the same big screen with the Grand Ballroom and the Marriott. But since we're in eXp World, you might not be able to see it. Those of you hiding in the back room, back of the hall there, come on in. Click your mouse on an empty chair. Have a seat. You can just close your window if you need to leave. If you want to resize that screen you see behind me, you can just click on the little magnifying glass. It's in the upper left corner, or I'm sorry, it's in your right corner, up there in the top outside of the screen. You can also just click on this link that I'm sharing in the text chat right now. But please don't ask any questions there. Please don't engage in free conference call. That's just the tool I'm using to share with you my laptop today. My name is Brad Anderson. I am the Executive Director of Education. As I said, I've been here since December of 2014 full-time. Before that, I was with Zillow, and before that, Active Rain, and before that, 21 years at First American Corporation. And I got to meet Glenn Sanford in 2009 when I got to do the very first video of the first iteration of the eXp cloud brokerage environment. You can find that over on YouTube, but what I want to cover today really is not just stories and stuff. I want to tell you a little bit about who we are as a company, show you how unique our business model is, why it's unprecedented, and why people are referring to us as a disruptive brokerage. I'd like to explore this world with you to show you how we can replace brick and mortar with something much more high-tech, high-touch. This 3D, fully immersive environment that you're in right now really does allow us an unfair advantage to do a lot more faster, better, quicker, easier, and more efficiently than many of the traditional brokerages and hierarchies that exist out there today. Great solutions that we know you have challenges with. Some of you have come up with the solutions for challenges you don't even know that are coming. And then lastly, if you want to continue your due diligence and would like to know more how to join eXp, we'll show you how to do that and how that works. Also, I would ask that if you'd like a copy of these slides that I'm going to share with you today, these are today's date. They're up to date, they are real time, they are live. If you watch Realty from 2012, you wouldn't even know we're a publicly traded company. So I would ask all of you to spread the word that if you do want a copy of these slides, I'll make sure you get the most current copy today. And that way, anytime you come back and look at what I'm sharing with you, it'll always be updated, real time, and live. So who are we? We're eXp Realty. We used to be called the Agent-Owned Cloud Brokerage. Now we're just eXp Realty, one big international company. And the reason we are here and doing what we are today is because of one man who had a vision and a dream to create a real estate company that he himself would want to go to work for. Glenn Sanford is the founder of eXp Realty. He's the creator and the brainchild behind everything you are part of for this session. His back in 2006, Glenn Sanford was one of the top 50 agents internationally for the entire Keller Williams. Just 3 years later, Glenn felt that he wanted a value proposition that would be so good, it'd be irresponsible for agents to hang their license anywhere else. And so what he did is he founded and created and then started building the very first cloud-based brokerage. As I said, when I met Glenn back in December of 2009, there is a video on YouTube. You can go search eXp Virtual Real Estate Brokerage or Virtual Real Estate Office, and you can watch that video where he takes us through, does a tour of what he dreams would be the greatest company on the planet that, again, he himself would want to go to work for. Interestingly enough, back then, he had about 30 to, I think it was 50 total agents in the cloud in Bellevue, Washington. And that was eXp. Glenn has found great people across the country who share the vision, who share that passion for creating something bigger, better, faster, more efficient, more effective, cheap. And so over the years, many of the forward-thinking, entrepreneurial, like-minded people around the country and around the world have joined forces and said, you know, we want to be part of this journey. We want to contribute to the path of success for eXp Realty. Since that day, December 2009, I'll just point out a couple of milestones. 2013, we became a publicly traded company. In 2018, we were uplisted on the NASDAQ. And today, we're at more than 14,000 agents in all 50 states, which was just announced 2 weeks ago in New Orleans. We're in all 50 states, 3 provinces in Canada, and we are the largest independent brokerage in all of North America. Much of that is thanks to you. Now, this roller coaster looking chart, coming down the backside or going up the chug, chug, chug. What I really want to point out is that 14,000 is a big number. Hey, Carol Python, can you mute your microphone? You're in a live session here, Carol. All right, I'm going to help Carol out, and we're going to go ahead and just send her over to the Tech Outpost, and she can get some support on her audio there. Sounds like she might be watching TV or something. Didn't realize she was here. But the 14,000 people I'm pointing out here, what I'd like to show you in just a few moments is that it's not the quantity of agents that is really eXp Realty. It really is the quality and the caliber of agents that we have producing all of the transactions, sales, and you know, all the real estate that takes place across America and Canada today. Folks, we're a residential real estate brokerage, just like the others. We just don't have some of the tie downs, the expenses, the overhead and operating, unjustified operating costs that many of the brokerages and models out there have today. So I'm going to remind you towards the end of this slide. I want you to take a look at this from when I started, when we had just a handful of agents. When I joined full-time, I don't think we even had 300 or 400 agents. And today we have more than 14,000 people representing all 50 states. One of the other things I want, our culture and our core values that hold and bind this company together are bar none. I've worked in a lot of great companies, and I got to tell you, these core values really do shape the culture of our organization, both in this environment you're in now, as well as out in the real world. We are very community-driven. We're an eco-friendly, non-carbon footprint company. Talk about green, I think we're the greenest. We don't take ourselves too seriously because we believe life should be fun. And business, we're agile. We can turn the Titanic at the drop of a dime. Somebody yells iceberg ahead. We can stop, drop, and change our direction literally in a moment's time because we don't have that that ball and chain, that leash and collar on us. And innovation, I don't think you're going to see any company doing the innovation that we're doing here. Integrity, that's self-spoken. Service, we're definitely providing a service, and I'll show you this in a moment when you compare it to other cloud-based companies. But the one I love the most is sustainability. When you think back to the first real estate model created in 1906 in San Francisco, just after the earthquake, I believe it. What a great concept, what a great idea. But the idea and the concept came from behind a horse and a buggy, not on an iPhone, not on an Android. There was no iPad or MacBook Pro or even PC computer. And so Glenn felt that that model needed to change. And that's what you're about to see at eXp Realty. And I call it sustainability. When Inman News did an interview with Mary Frances Coleman, our Chief Operations Officer, she was quoted as saying, today's brokerage and hierarchy isn't sustainable. And I would say it isn't. When you think of all of the mobile users and the internet and the Wi-Fi and the connectivity we have as a human species, the ways don't work as well. Las Vegas, you are live. And Las Vegas doesn't have a name, so we're going to go ahead and mute you, Las Vegas. Hopefully you don't mind that unless you have a question. The phone muted. Did you have a question, Las Vegas? Las Vegas in the house? No? Okay, no worries. All right, so let's dive right in there. The reason I say sustainability is when you think of the future, when you think of the past, how many of you are still listening to your 8-track tapes? Some of you are going, what's an 8-track tape? You're being able to continue your business, run your business, and run your life using some of the greatest technologies we know out there. What makes us really unique and different, I would say, truly is our business model. What I'd like to do now is just kind of run you through the scenario or a comparison, because many of you might not be able to kind of get your head around what is your business model and why is it you. I'll kind of give an analogy and give you some things to think about. If you ever booked a vacation and you had to rent a car and book a hotel, well, folks, this was a consumer-related service where you could book your airfare, your rental car, you could get a nice hotel over on Kauai, and you used a travel agent. But then somebody came along and thought that the cloud might be faster, quicker, easier, cheaper, more efficient, and more effective. And so Expedia.com, believe it or not, the same people who started Zillow, Expedia took to the cloud and provided the consumer, the end user, a much more efficient way to travel and see the world. Not to mention Google Earth, which is a cloud-based organization, right? They do have their bricks. Look at the XP world and look at the Google's world. When you go look at Google Maps, all the things you can do, it basically made travel so much easier. Blockbuster Video was approached by a company called Netflix. They said, look, you have your brick and mortar building and you have your hierarchy and you're charging 99 cents to rewind videos. We can do it faster, better, give higher def and cheaper and put it in the hands of the mobile user. And Blockbuster declined to acquire Netflix. I believe Blockbuster still does have one office in operation. I think it's in Ohio somewhere. I believe they're turning it into a museum because Netflix took a consumer or service and went to the cloud to be able to provide it better, faster, easier, and more efficiently to the end user, the consumer. Just like the holidays, folks, this is November. We had turkeys running around in our backyard the other day, and I took a video asking all the turkeys, do you guys know what month this is? You should all run away and hide. This is November. Well, in December, if you try to find a parking spot at the local mall and you're in any kind of a big city at all, you could spend 30 minutes just looking for a place to park, and you might experience road rage in the process. Well, Amazon said, we think we can do it better from the cloud, and they have, and they do, and they will continue to provide you your goods, drop it off on your front porch, and even do it with a drone. You can get your groceries on Amazon. You can buy your birthday and holiday gifts on Amazon. Amazon has done to the cloud what Netflix has done to the cloud, which is what Expedia has done. So doesn't it make sense for the real estate company who serves the end user, the consumer, making the most expensive purchase ever? Why can't we do what we do and offer better, faster, quicker, more efficient service from the cloud? That's what makes our model unique. That's what makes it. Listen, folks, a lot of people are calling us the most disruptive real estate model in the industry, maybe across the globe. Some of the typical franchise costs, besides the franchise fees and costs, if anybody's ever looked into getting a franchise, it is not a cheap process. It's very challenging and difficult. We are not a franchise. We are one big, happy real estate brokerage international of a franchise. So typically your brick and mortar facilities, you walk in, there's overhead, there's operating costs, there's unjustifiable expenses. You can find in that local street there with the people you're sitting around. And the people you're sitting around have no incentive to help you compete against them because you're all competitors, same brick and mortar building, with no intention on helping each other compete against each other. And then when you think of the support systems you have in place when you walk into that brick and mortar franchise or brokerage, how many people are sitting around waiting, willing, wanting, and actually there to help you? Maybe the broker, maybe not. Maybe they're out to lunch or playing golf or gone on vacation. What about the person on floor? They're there because their number got drawn or they got the short straw and they have to sit and take floor. Maybe you have a tech support person in the back. Maybe that's it, or a sales manager. And that's the extent of your support systems in the traditional brokerage model and the traditional hierarchy. However, at eXp Realty, we've removed all of those challenges and come up with these solutions. By being in the very seat you're sitting in or standing in the back of this auditorium right now, this is our cloud campus environment. This is our replacement for brick and mortar. Now, I know it looks like a gaming platform, but you're not going to see any avatars running around shooting at other avatars. We might have a fun day and incorporate that someday. But this is our business. This is where we work. It's where we learn. It's where we grow. It's where we play. It's where we live and run our real estate business. You can work from anywhere. It didn't cost you a penny to come in here today and sit in this chair. You can be any place on the planet Earth and come in here to run your business and have access to all the tools, all the training, all the support, all the resources, and all the education. We even provide 20 to 30 hours of live training and education each and every week. In some cases, we're providing 6, 7, 8 hours of live training, education, and support each and every day. So it's more like you get to be the boss of you. You get to come in and take and apply what you need for your life and your business, not what somebody else thinks you need or believes you should have. We also have real-time support outside those doors. If you turned your avatar right now, walked out the auditorium, walk down the ramp, look to your left, look to your center, look to your right, you're going to be surrounded by staff, departments, employees, executive and corporate leaders, directors, people who not only run the company, but another 14,000 people who are out there representing the company and helping people buy and sell that American dream. Having access to that real-time support, folks, is unlike anything I can almost say you've probably ever seen in any company anywhere ever before. International collaboration, I'll demonstrate that in just a moment, but I've never seen a better resource or network for you to come get answers to the questions you don't even know you have, and to find multiple solutions and ideas for the challenges you might not even know are coming today, tomorrow, 20 years from now. And then lastly, most agents in this country and around the world go out and help people buy and sell a home, and they get paid the agreed commission split. That's how it works. Whether you're 60-40, 70-20, 70-30, 80-20, doesn't matter. Whatever brokerage or model you're at, you're going to get paid that agreed commission split. Well, here at eXp Realty, we have additional opportunities. We have very powerful equity programs. We have a revenue share program. We have stock equity programs. I'm going to go over those just briefly to give you an idea what the financial opportunity is for you here at eXp Realty. Remember, in this environment, We have no desk fees. We have no franchise fees, no garbage fees, junk fees. You get to work from anywhere on this planet Earth. And by us removing the brick and mortar overhead operating cost and expenses, we now get to provide better tools, better technology, a better platform here in the world, better services, even better people, because our money is going back into you, the agent, the shareholder. Our money is going back into the products and the tools and services that make you, the shareholder, successful. And more importantly, every home that sells in this company, money goes back to you, the agents, not in the pocket of a broker to pay the expenses. We're truly a paperless transaction company. And again, having instant access to questions that you need answered, to solutions to the challenges you face daily in your business and in your life, that cannot put a value on that access to that type of information. We do more than 20 to 30 hours of live training. If you wanted to see this training calendar on the public site, you could go to ExpExplained.com, and that would let you see some of the courses and classes that we offer here. But that's just what's public. Folks, right now, while I'm standing up here speaking, all around this campus, all around this 3D world, are other meetings going on. Top producers are talking. Just moments ago up on the stage here, we have our icon agents who come in and share how they reach that icon status, what works for them, what doesn't work for them. They let you ask questions. You know what people would pay to get 3 top producing agents in the United States to come sit in a room and just talk for an hour on how they sell millions of dollars of real estate? People pay good money to go to these events. Folks, we offer it at no cost to all of our agents and broker shareholders here every single Friday. So this information that we can pull on, I call it a brain dump. Imagine right now if Bill Webster, Carlene Lewis, Kerry Williams, and Cindy McKay could give you all the knowledge, wisdom, experience they have right now in their life, right out of their brain, and dump it all right here in this room. Folks, we'll show you how we do that amongst our 300 staff, all of our executive and corporate leaders, and the 14,000 people. This is what we do here. When I show you this training calendar, it's not the sales manager, it's not the broker, it's drawing upon our faculty, our mentors, our staff, and the 14,000 plus of you who are out there taking the arrows. You're in the trenches. You know how this works. I can show you in a moment, and I will, but having access to live training and education from experienced people all around the world, there is no network, there is no resource out there like that. The closest thing I have found is called the NAR convention or the Inman Connect event, where you have to travel, spend lots of money, and be face-to-face, toe-to-toe, mano-a-mano with all of these great people. Folks, we have that here every day, all day. Real-time support means I have a staff outside those doors right now. If you turned your avatar and you walked out those doors, there are more than 300 full-time staff that are employed by eXp Realty to help you be successful. And that goes with any aspect of your business. Transactions, lead generation, marketing, brokerage operations, accounting. They're here every Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific. That's 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. And you'll see when you leave this session, if you don't take our tour today, you can go walk. I recommend you take the tour, but you can walk around this world and go see some of the staff, see how agents are interacting and getting answers immediately to the questions they have, because the staff is here to help you succeed. When I talk about international collaboration, I'm looking in this room right now here, and by the way, I am not an animatronic. This is not a recording. This is not a webinar. You see me actually walking over here on the stage. And Stacy, I don't know if you can see the screen, and JD, you guys, if you turn your avatars towards a chair, click on a chair, you'll be able to see these slides much better. But I see you over here on the corner of the stage. Not sure if you can see that. Stacy, you want to turn your avatar the other way? Just use the D key. Hold your D key down. It'll turn your avatar. There you go. Keep it. Now stop. Now hold the W key. Oh, you went too far. Hold your A key. Press the A key. It'll turn to the left. There. Now stop. Now press. Now you're going too far. Don't hold it down so long. Turn your avatar so you can see the audience in the chairs, and then just press W. Turn a little bit more. Tap D twice. Tap D twice, Stacy Vaughn. And then press W, and you'll walk right over to the chair. So I feel bad. I feel like I got to help you guys over here. JD's typing. But Stacy, you can walk right over here. These fine people don't have any problems. You can sit right here next to Kelly or Michael. They don't mind you being over here. You just point your mouse at a chair. You'll see a little stick man sitting in a car seat, and you can sit down in the chair. It'll be so much easier for you guys to see these slides. And again, I'll make sure you get a copy of these at the end of the session. If you guys want a copy, I want to make sure you have the real-time slides. So what I want to demonstrate now is true collaboration. When I talk about international collaboration and the ability for you to get answers to the questions you don't even know you have, there are 73 people in this auditorium right now. I'm going to ask you to do me one big favor, and you're doing this really for yourself, but if you would all go down into the text chat box that's right there next to that microphone that should be red, I want you to type in what city and state you're sitting in right now where you're hearing my voice. And there should be light bulbs lighting up all over the room, which means everybody in here is typing. And I'd like all 74 of you, just tell us where you're at. If you're not sure, take a sip of your coffee, come out, and try to remember where you are. But what I want to point out is international collaboration, and I want to demonstrate how that works. So everybody, while you're thinking where you're actually at right now, if you would type that city and state into the text chat box, I will show you and prove to you amongst yourselves right now some of the best collaborative tools we have. The next thing I would ask, once we know who you are and where you are, thanks Carrie, thanks Stacy, thanks everybody for typing that in. Atlanta, Georgia, nice. The next thing I'm going to ask you to type is how many years have you been in the real estate business? Just give me a number. If it's less than a year, just put a 0. Zeros are good. Zeros means you don't have any bad habits or you haven't picked up any, just bad habits. Jill Thompson, go ahead. Jill Thompson, can you hear us? Do you have a question? Okay, maybe Jill doesn't know her mic's open. We'll go ahead and get her some support. There we go. That'll help. All right, so here's what I want to point out. Press your space bar right now. That'll turn and let your mouse be your head. You can look up, you can look down, you can look to the left, you can look to the right. And what I want you to really ask yourself is, do you know who you're sitting next to right now? Do you know who Jeff Rose really is? You guys know who James Cox is? I mean, you might be sitting next to the #1 agent in the world. They're on Time or People magazine. So really, you don't know. And so what I'm about to show you is if you look at the text chat box in the lower left corner right now, I'll just bring it over here into the window so you can see it. We represent the 73 of us right now, probably the better portion of the U.S. and Canada. And just between you and I in this room right now, we got 34, 44, 54. I'm going to say over 200 years of experience right here, right now, just in this room alone. Now imagine adding 14,000 more people to that network. Folks, do you think there's a question you could ask this group of 75 people right now that somebody doesn't have the answer? Watch this. Anybody here in this room ever convert a for sale by owner into a listing? You went out, you knocked on the door. I want you to click on the raise hand button that's down outside of the text tab. On the raise hand, leave it up. Thanks, Frank. Frank, you're the only one. No, Frank, we got someone else. We got 2, 3. If you've ever converted a for sale by owner, you went out, you met with them, you turned them into a listing. Keep your hand up, please. Keep your hand up, please. Everybody, keep your hand up if you've ever converted a sale. Now, else in the auditorium, stand up, turn around, and look at the room around you. Look at all these people who have done what you haven't been able to. Don't you think they should be your best friends right now? Does that make any sense? So when you think of collaboration, imagine being able to connect with those. You guys can put your hand, just click on the raise hand button again, now lower your hand. Can you imagine having access to any question, anytime, anywhere? Cheyanne, welcome. Hey, come up on the stage, say hi, wave to the audience. You guys can all put your hands down now. I only do that to demonstrate what international collaboration really looks like at any given moment, at any given time. Cheyanne and Jeff, you guys can put your, Jeff, thanks. Blake, you can put your hand down. Just click on the raise hand button. There you go. I like to I can let everybody else in the room see really who you're surrounded by. Over 200 years of experience, really, right here just in this room. Go add the other 14,000, and you will never find a network or resource this powerful anywhere else on the earth. It truly is the meaning of collaboration. Now, earlier when I said not only do you get your agreed commission split, and JD, if you press your space bar, your head's kind of stuck to the left. Those of you who are stuck looking up in the sky or down at your nice pumps, just hit the space bar once. It's a toggle button. You can move your head around. Hit the space bar again. It'll put your head straight back in front of you so you can actually see the slides up here on the stage. I want to talk about some of those equity opportunities because, yes, every real estate brokerage in the world will pay you the agreed commission split. Here at eXp Realty, we do pay you that 80-20 agreed commission split, but we also give you stock. You are awarded shares of company stock upon your first closing. You are awarded shares of stock when you go to 100% commission. You are awarded shares of stock just for being a real estate agent and going out and doing what you got a license to do. You are awarded stock just for going out and telling the people you know, love, and trust about this company. We'll show it to them. You don't have to. And if they join, you're awarded stock for each and every person that you successfully share your story with that's attracted into eXp Realty. Folks, that's why we're growing at hundreds of agents every day. I remember one week they said we had over 300 people joined eXp Realty. On a single month, had 1,200 and some people join eXp Realty. That's why our numbers are so unprecedented, because it's really the model, and it's you and your life if it fits. Getting these equity awards just for being a real estate professional, it's why you got a license. I think it's amazing that a company would award you with shares of their stock just for going out and what you're doing every day, all day, wherever you're at anyway. Now, we have an agent equity program. If you guys wanted to know more about our stock, you could go to ExpWorldHoldings.com. You'll find our financials filed there, our SEC filings, and everything you need to know about our parent company, ExpWorldHoldings.com. You could also just Google, Yahoo, or Bing search the symbol EXPI, and you'll get plenty of information about our publicly traded company. We do have a global awareness because we are uplisted on the NASDAQ. And what I really love is our agent equity program. Our agents at eXp Realty, they're not just independent contractors, they're CEOs of their own life now, and they get to take their commission check and they can purchase company stock at a 20% discount. When you get your commission, when you get your closing, you could take up to 5% of your entire closing and you could purchase company stock at a 20% discount. This starts to really create some future exit strategies and almost for some a retirement plan in the strategy. And then lastly, I'm going to talk about the middle one. You see it says Icon Agent Award. We just had our icons were up here on the stage just moments ago doing the iConversation session. You can earn your 16K PAP back in the way of company stock just by achieving the production and cultural goals within your anniversary year, becoming what we call an Icon Agent. It is the most coveted, highest status you can earn here at eXp Realty. We'll have an agent advisory council that's here. They are the ears, the eyes, the implementers. They are the front line that gets to hear your suggestions, your feedback, everything, whether you're with eXp or not. They have an open door policy. A few of these folks are on our board of directors at eXp World Holdings, but having a council in place, an agent advisory council, has been proven to be one of the best ways to keep our thumb on the heartbeat of what's happening in this company internationally, soon globally. We have another financial opportunity, as I said early on, in revenue share. When Glenn Sanford said, I want to build a real estate company I myself want to go to work for, he did by saying every home that ever sells at eXp Realty, any transaction that ever takes place, I'm going to take 3.5% of the company's cut, and I'm going to give it back to you. That means you, Angela, Virginia, Colleen, Carrie, Cindy McKay, Cody Roberts, Connie. Glenn decided that every single home that ever sells in his company, he's going to give 3.5% back to the agent who shared this company with you. It's called revenue share. Now, if I go out and I tell my friend about eXp Realty, he comes in, he looks at the same slide you are now. In fact, I've had many come in here and do just what you're doing now and decide if this was right for them. And if they did join eXp Realty, let's just say Fred Flintstone comes in here, joins the company, goes out and sells Mr. Slade a house. That means I'm going to get 3.5% off of every home sale Fred does until Fred goes to capping status. Once Fred caps, he goes to 100% commission, and there's nothing left for the company to share. But until Fred caps, I'm going to get 3.5% action. Folks, that totals about $2,800 annually if Fred becomes a capping agent. So more of the high production, forward thinking, entrepreneurial type agents are looking at eXp Realty saying, look, I can do that production with my eyes closed. Why would I not tell other folks and be able to create a revenue share program where I'm collecting revenue for the rest of my life? Now, again, if I tell Fred joins eXp, I get 3.5% of everything Fred does. He caps, he goes to 100% commission. That's about $2,800 in my pocket, and then it resets next year. Now, Fred goes and tells his neighbor Barney, and Barney joins eXp Realty. Who gets the 3.5% now out of the company's cut? Well, Fred does. Barney sells a house, Fred gets 3.5%, but Brad gets 0.2% because I'm the one who told Fred. If I didn't tell Fred, Barney wouldn't be here unless I've told 4 others like Larry, Mo, and Curly, and Shemp. Now they've joined eXp Realty. Now I've told 5 people my story. I've shared the model with 5 people. All 5 of them have joined. Now when Barney goes out and sells a house, I actually get 4% because Barney is in my second tier. I'll get 4% of everything Barney does until Barney caps. That's about $3,200 a year, and I don't even know Barney. I know Fred. So you can see that this starts to add up, and we have this thing called cascading revenue share. And if you qualify by having the qualified agent count in your rev group, you can be collecting on 7 tiers, the maximum, and we do have many who've done this, up to $4,000 a year in the 7th tier. Because these people have 40 or more people that they know, trust, love, and care about. They invited them in to see the model, and those folks have joined. And this is, we've had the whole brokerage come over, 20, 30, 40 agents, Mitch Ryback, Florida, Tropical, all of them. The whole team came over. And if you want to find out how Mitch is doing, just go look up Mitch Ryback. He can tell you his story, and there's so many stories like that here benefiting from this cascading revenue share. Here's my question. I know profit share programs are out there. Would you rather have 5% off the bottom, the profit, if there is any? Or would you rather always get 3.5% off the top, guaranteed every time, no matter what? If you do the math, it's pretty genius what Glenn created in this revenue share program. Again, the tiers that we pay on are all based on people sharing their story, showing others this model, and then you making the decision if it is right for you or not. How are we transforming the world of real estate? Pretty easy. We've removed the ball and chain from your ankle. We took the collar off of your neck and said you are now free to be the boss of you, 100% mobile. Go out and live your life and run your business the same way. You don't have to have an office to be a person. Whether you're male or female, boy, girl, tall, small, big, little, it doesn't matter. You get to live your life because you're free and mobile. Folks, we believe your business should be the same. And that's what eXp Realty has done, is we've given all of our agents and shareholders and brokers here in this company a very unfair advantage against the local competition, because our agents are free to roam about the country and the world, run their business like their life, and have access to everything they need in the eXp umbrella. So how do we do that? Well, you get to do that. You get to decide what's important. Some are coming in for support. Some are coming in to share. We have some agents that come in here for big meetings, small meetings, staff meetings. We have agents come in to bring their title company, lender, appraiser. They meet once a week just so they don't have to drive in San Francisco. I could tell you 100 ways people are using this community, but I would tell you personally to go out those doors today or to take our world tour, which we'll show you in just a few moments, and really explore our community to see what kind of creative intellectual properties you come up with and how you see growing and changing the world and making your business make a difference out there. Again, I could tell you story after story, but we're on a limited time. I want to make sure I get you guys out of here on time. Now, I would normally go through this little tour. I'd walk you through this video, but today we're going to offer you folks a live tour. I'm going to have Amy or somebody from Agent Experience come in here in about top of the hour. And rather than showing you this, I want them to actually take you on a tour. If you can't make the tour today, I'm going to give you an email address right now in the text chat box. And if you just email, it doesn't matter if you're EXP or not, if you just email expdocent@exprealty.com, we do daily world tours. One of our docents would be happy to take you around and give you an EXP world tour, show you the who, what, when, where, why, and how we use this environment to run our real estate business day. And I know you're going to have someday. Some of you are facing these challenges now. We've come up with our own solutions that we think are sustainable for maybe decades. Some of the tools and technologies we've developed and partnered with here at EXP are bar none. I would say they are the most stellar programs, products, tools, technologies, and services we've seen in 34 years being in this business. First of all of our agents get EXP Enterprise. What is EXP Enterprise? It is your toolbox, all things EXP. It's your transactions, it's your commissions, it's your revenue share, it's your stock shareholder earnings and awards and purchases. It's your revenue share groups, your revenue share checks, and it's links to every product, tool, and service that the company offers, and it's available to you right from your mobile device. We give everybody SkySlope. It's our online transaction management system. All of the brokers, state brokers can have access, our administration has access, our accounting department has access, you have access, and you can really utilize the online transaction management system to run your business and do it right from your mobile device, right from your tablet, right from your laptop, and be anywhere in the world to do it. We also have a location, it's our own Facebook, we call it Workplace. Workplace is where we go when we're not in here in this environment. You know, after hours, on the weekends, early in the morning. We have over 1,000 groups that contain more than 14,000 agents, and they're all experts in each group at what they do. So when I honestly tell you right now, there is not a question you could muster about anything in this life that there's not a group on our Workplace that doesn't have the answer. I would be willing to make a really extensive bet that there is no question we can't answer, and there is no challenge we won't have a solution, and that's for the rest of your life. Because as that network grows, it used to be 1,000, then 5,000, then 10, and now we're closer to 15,000. Remember, as that Workplace network grows, you have access to all these tribes, all these experts, thousands of groups from everything from health and happiness and fitness and real estate and FISBOs and lead generation and marketing and farming and time management, 1,000 different groups with people who have mastered the art of whatever that group focuses on. So it's one of the greatest resources on the planet, especially since I can be on my mobile device right now, ask a question, and within the next 10 minutes, go live and show you, not that I only get one response, not 10 responses. I got 23 people who answered the question, and now I get to go pick which solution, which answer works best for my situation. Folks, that is better than Google.com, because these are people who are shareholders just like you. They want you to succeed. They want the company value to go up. And you're 2,000 miles away from them, so they don't care if they give you their best kept secrets and tips. I'm telling you, it's one of the most powerful resources we're seeing in the industry, where you can draw upon the brains and experience and wisdom and knowledge of all the other people in this organization, in this industry. When you think about the power you would have right in your mobile device, nobody doing anything like that. We also give you a program here. You can opt into it. It's called KV Core. They're going to be up here doing a Q&A. So if you guys want to hang around, if you don't take the tour with Amy today, I would say stick around and listen to what they're doing. They come in here every week, a few times a week actually, and do training. Today is just an open Q&A. Conversion, it used to be called Conversion, now they're KV Core. And we provide this to every agent, anybody in the company. It is an opt-in service, but it's a great CRM, great lead generation. If you want to find out more about it, go to Inside Real Estate. That's the people who manage and run KV Core, and you can find out more there. We have our own marketing department, our own company brand department. We've got men's apparel, women's apparel, merchandise, but we also have a marketing center designed to save you time, effort, money in creating some of the most awesome marketing pieces out there. Business cards, for sale signs, flyers, brochures, door hangers, self-promotional brochure, team promotion, and it's all been designed and laid out for you. You just have to put in your personal information and customize it to your liking. So you've seen enough. You're thinking, Brad, I've been doing my due diligence. I've done some research. I'm seeing these real-time slides. I'm hearing what you have to say. I read all the news on Inman and Market Watch and Real Estate Trends and the Wave Group. And so really you're like, what would it look like for me to join today? As I said, we don't have a franchise, so there are no franchises. We're just one big company, no desk fees, no royalty fees. It's really simple. Everybody in the company, the commission and cap works like this. Everybody starts on an 80-20 split. When you pay in $16K, you cap. You go to 100% commission. The only two fees you pay on all your transactions is a $25 broker review fee and a $40 per transaction risk management or E&O insurance. Now, when you go to 100% commission at eXp Realty, you still pay the broker review fee, $25. You're going to pay $40 E&O insurance unless you've capped. We have a $500 cap on our E&O insurance, and that's it. Now, once you're 100% commission, there is a one-time $250 cap transaction fee on every closing that you close at 100%. Once you've paid in that $250 cap fee and that reaches $5,000, now your fee is dropped to $75. You become an icon agent and you get your $16K cap back in the way of company stock. Folks, that is amazing that any company would think in advance to have a program like this, but then to actually do it and provide this to you. Again, if you want to know why we're having this unprecedented growth, if you want to know why people are calling eXp Realty disruptive, folks, this is what's happening. Our staff, our teams, and our agents are literally laying down the track as the train is coming behind us because nobody has ever done what eXp Realty has done. Oftentimes, that train behind us feels like the locomotive. I remember doing these sessions and having 20 people and thinking, this is a great group. Folks, we never have less than 75 to 100 people each and every Wednesday and Friday. Look, is this right for me? Well, to start it today, it's simple. You would reach out to the person, and I'll tell you how to do that. We're invited you here. And you would ask to join. You'd fill out an application. You'd go through a vetting process. Here's the start. It's $99. It actually says $149 upon standard cost because it includes your $50 a month tech fee. There's a $50 a month tech fee, and there's a $35 a month. Hey, Brad, Irwin, would you mind muting your mic? We can hear you typing and doing stuff. You're in the middle of a training class, Brad. Thank you so much. Yeah, just keep it red if you don't mind. And I think Mike Medina, your Mike Medina. Well, but here, and we'll go to questions. I'll show you where you can go ask your questions in just a moment because I want to make sure I end on time here. That $149 startup fee, it's really $99, includes a $50 tech fee, and then you have a $35 a month university fee, and that is all of our fees. That's it. That's everything. So go ahead and take a screenshot because there's no hidden fees, there's no franchise fees, there's no royalty fees, desk fee, this fee, that fee, map fee. No, this is it. These are all of our startup fees. This is our commission business. This is our cap. And remember that 3.5% that comes out of the company split, not come out of your 80%, comes out of the company's 20%. So the last thing I will tell you is, remember the slide I showed you in the beginning that looked like a little roller coaster? It showed us going from the 35 agents all the way to the 14,000. What I want to really say is that that quantity of agents, it's really not about quantity, folks, even though that put us in the number 7 position of the top 1,000 mega brokerages in North America today. Number 7 in that agent count, it's the quality. Because look what position we are in for closed transactions, sides for the entire year last year, number 10. We are number 23 in total closed volume for the entire for all of 2017 in total sales volume. So I would also like the recording for this. James, we do it every Wednesday and every Friday. We don't record it because things change on a daily basis. We're always adding something new, putting something new, creating new things. Future iterations are always growing better, faster, quicker. We don't want you to watch a video that's 2 weeks old. You'll miss out on some really good stuff. All right, so lastly, you're ready to become a shareholder. Listen, there's no obligation. There's no commitment. I told you I would give you a copy of these slides today. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to get a copy. And the reason I want you to have a copy of these slides and not a video is so you can come back in and you can actually look at the slides. And if anything does change and does get updated tomorrow, you'll have the most current information. So how are you going to get these slides? How do you join EXP? It's simple. I'm going to ask you to go back to the person who shared their story with you, who showed you and invited you in here today. They are your sponsor. Ask them to send you a link to their careers page. That careers page has a whole lot more information than I was able to share, but at the bottom of the page, you're going to see it has an introduction to eXp Realty. The introduction on your sponsor's career page is up to date, real time, living and breathing. So if mine changes today, so do the other 14,000 that are out there. Now, if you're here through osmosis, the planets collided and you ended up in a chair in the auditorium, you can go to join.exprealty.com. You can list your sponsor. End up be working with somebody. Again, the best way is to go back to your sponsor, ask them to send you a link. Now, you can go talk to any of the staff, any of the agents, but remember, the person who cared enough about to show you what they're doing with their life, we'd like you to go back to them because they've gone down the path, they know the journey, they can help you. The other reason I want them to send you their careers page is you'll have it at their phone right at the top if you need to text or call them. Number 2, you're going to have a question, I guarantee it. So you can click on this request more information and your sponsor. You're saying, well, I'm ready to go now. I'm ready to join. So here's what you can do. Just real quick. If you click on this apply now as an agent, this orange button, this is just an application. Folks, we don't broadcast anything. It just starts the process of the vetting process that you'd want to go through. And so if you are interested in joining today, please click on the apply now as an agent. Go back to the person, thank them for inviting you. And here's what I'd like to say. No matter who you are in this auditorium right now, no matter where you are, if you saw every slide I just shared, I can guarantee you every single one of us, myself included right now, knows at least 5 people that if they saw the same slides you just saw, if they saw this model that we just explained to you and introduced to you, they would jump at the chance to change their life and their career. So maybe we are right, maybe we're not right for you right now, but please don't keep us a secret. Because by you helping others, you will impact and significantly change people's lives by just sharing EXP Realty with them. So this is our world. This is our environment. This is where we work every day. But I want to thank you all for coming. I want you to know our world is always open to you. And again, I just want to tell you, I respect your time. I'm going to get you out of here on time. So I've got Amy's with our agent experience team, and she's going to be taking some of you who are willing to time. She'd like to take you around, show you the who, what, when, where, why. I'm going to let her tell you how you can explore EXP work. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, thanks, Brad. If you are interested in our fabulous tour after your session, we are an experience building. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on the Go To button, and then you're going to select Agent. There, we are going to meet in our EXP University Theater, and it's going to be the third door all the way in the back of the building. So when you walk through, you'll see the back wall, and then you'll just go to the third building, and it's going to say Agent EXP University Theater, and we will meet there if you are interested in our fabulous tour. Thank you, Brad.
Thanks, Amy. And it is a fabulous tour. So again, if you just click on the Go To in the upper left corner, you'll see Agent Experience. Click on the right in the front door there, and then just walk into the Agent Experience department. On the right, it'll say Theater. Just pop in there, and you guys can take it. It's a really great tour. It's better than just walking around wondering where you're at. And who does a fabulous job. So I would make it today. Just email expdocent@exprealty.com, and you can schedule a tour. We do them daily in here, and so we would love to invite you to join and attend those. All right, folks, we're almost to the. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
And then again, you guys, if you're not going to do that, I recommend if you want to go up. So finally, go back to the person who invited you here today, and at least thank them for sharing the company with you. And if EXP is right for you, keep continuing your due diligence. We want to make sure you're right for us and we're right for you. By virtue of you even being here and open-minded to seeing what we have to offer, I just want to say thank you sincerely, because I do appreciate your time and I respect what you guys do for a living. Next up, you'll see the screen behind me. I'm going to release control because we have our guests here, very special guests who have come in. One of the features was we have KV Core by Inside Real Estate. And so now on Fridays, they come in here at the top of the hour, which is right now, and they're going to do an open Q&A.
Okay, guys, he's finished with his overview. So what I wanted to do is just open it up for Q&A. You've got a chat box that's at the bottom. It says chat. And Melanie, I will find out. Can we charge a higher transaction? Because we don't charge a transaction fee unless you want to charge it just to offset your transaction fee once you've capped. You can do that. So obviously, the sooner that you pay that, I'm not sure. That's a question I'll have to ask. I'll have to go to campus. So if any of you have any questions right now, you can type them in and I will answer them if I can. I gave you my link, which is going to allow you to do more due diligence. And for those of you who would like to take a campus tour, I'll send you the link for you to download the world. And so you can create your avatar, and then we'll meet one of the docents. They do 3 or 4 tours a day, and they literally will take you all through all the departments. You'll see how do we need to reapply for E&O? No, nope. That's all taken. That's all handled through the company. So nope, you won't have to do that, Sue. Great question. Okay, so Misty wants to take a tour. So Misty, I will send you, and actually everyone that attended, I'll send you the link to create the avatar. And because this is what's super duper cool about EXP. You do not have to be an agent to build an avatar and to be able to go on campus. Obviously, it would make sense to jump in there with me and I can give you a little tour or take a tour with the docents. But then you can go sit in on an accounting training. You can sit in on you know, EXP World training. You can sit in on iConversations. Literally any of the classes and the training we offer, you can sit in and you can, you know, what would it look like if you joined EXP and you wanted to come to these classes and see what we do? You can actually see it firsthand. Is it 99 or 149? So it's 149. 99 is the application and 50 is your first month of technology, your technology fee. And your technology fee includes, you know, we get KV Core, we have SkySlope, we have like our own Ring Central number. And you guys, they give us so much. You cannot believe all of the technology and the services that they give us. Those are great questions. Anything else? Please just type it in the, do they provide leads to you? You can get leads, and let me show this. I'm going to share this. Just give me a second. I'm going to share my screen. You pay, right? So you pay for your leads. They have a program called Make It Rain. And let me show you what the back office looks like, you guys. So every day I log in to this system, and this is where I log in. This is our back office. And I start here, and I have everything. I have Workplace, which is where all of our, let me just show you. It's Facebook. It's all of our communication. It's unbelievable. Like he said, if I can get my announcements, if I have questions about anything, I literally, there's all these different groups, Think Tank, iConversations, there's all kinds of groups that you can go into. You can create your own group, and everything is right here. So if you have a question of like, what's the best script to use when you're calling a for sale by owner, you can just jump in here, put it in one of the groups, and like he said, within seconds, people are going to respond to you. So today they recorded iConversations. So every Friday, the agents in our company that have Icon, which means they have capped, they are now at 100% commission. They went on to close another 20 transactions, and they now have received all of their $16,000 back that they paid in as a cap, and they get that back in company stock. So as stock goes up or stock goes down, right? Hold on just a second. Let me go to the chat because more people are asking questions. Sorry. Okay. So all of that is in Workplace. Let me go back here. We've got EXP Enterprise. This is where, this is like our back office. This is everything in here. This is where our calendar is. But Misty, you asked about leads. Right here, Make It Rain. If you click on this, they will drive leads through your KV Core platform. KV Core is included, and let me show you what KV Core looks like, y'all. Hold on just a second. KV Core. Here's my KV Core. This is what we were talking about this morning with doing landing pages and lead pages, and what, you know, 2 of the girls. So we've actually technically from this group, we've had 3 girls already join. I've had several commit to join. They're winding businesses down. So this group is really going to start becoming a lot of EXP agents. Now remember, okay, so you can see this is my back platform, right? This is all of my KV Core, and this is where if you sign up for the Make It Rain program, they will drive leads to this site. Hold on just a second. Let's see here. Do they charge a referral fee? Do they charge a referral fee? What is that? Sue, explain that to me, sweetie. I'm sorry, just don't quite understand the question. If we signed up under you, how does that work, or what does that mean? Are we individual agents or on a team? No. If you sign up with me, I am only your sponsor, okay? You can never have anything to do with me again if you want, or we can keep doing what we're doing, which is what's ended up kind of happening in this group. but you are your own agent. However, what I love about this, because I'm your sponsor, he showed you how I get paid. If you bring in an agent, attract an agent, you're going to get paid not out of the agent portion, as they said, out of the company portion. I'm incentivized to help you. So that's why I called it a hybrid team, which means we're like this. We have the benefits of the team, but you pay me nothing, right? You pay me nothing. You can do whatever you want. You brand yourself the way you want. You are an individual agent. We're really a team only in support only. Okay. Sue, there is not a referral fee for each lead. You pay a monthly fee, and it's basically a PPC, a paid, a price per contact, PPC. And so it's whatever your budget is. Maybe you want to spend $200 or $300 a month, $500. When I had conversion before I worked with this company, I paid $1,500 a month, and that generated a couple hundred leads a month. So it just depends on what your PPC budget is. Okay. Misty, I will 100% for anybody, and I've had several of you say that you wanted to start your own brokerages. It makes absolutely 0 sense to start your own brokerage, and I will tell you a million reasons why, but when y'all meet Mitch, because you're going to meet Mitch, Mitch had his own brokerage. It cost Mitch millions, literally millions, to make the shift from his own brokerage to EXP, millions, and he'll tell you that, because the picture was bigger. Mitch had 80 agents. Now Mitch has almost 400 agents. Mitch used to have all the liability of being a brokerage, all the responsibility of training, all the responsibility of everything. Now Mitch has EXP that handles everything, and Mitch just brings the agents in. It is, I don't even know why you would think of starting your own brokerage. For me, there would never be, and I had my own brokerage for 5 years. I would never even do my own brokerage. All right, let's see. So Misty, definitely I can get you to talk to Mitch. For anyone that's interested in starting their own brokerage, I will set up an appointment. We'll do a group call with Mitch. Let's see, can you brand yourself? They want you to brand yourself. You are Rizwana, realtor, brokered by EXP, right? You brand you. I am, Cheyanne is my realtor. I am Cheyanne Tallulah Living, brokered by EXP. They absolutely want you to brand yourself. Yeah, okay, good. Kim? So this is, I mean, honestly, you can be in this group and you don't have to even be on my EXP team. There's a lot of EXP agents that I've allowed in this group because I am of an abundant mindset. So there are a lot of agents in here that I do not directly benefit in my revenue share, but boy, do we sure benefit helping and learning from one another. And that's what I love about our company. We're very collaborative. I have agents in my own community that aren't EXP agents, some that are EXP agents. I have let everyone in this group. Okay, perfect. Yes. Great, unbelievable questions. Any other questions? So how long does it take to get started? Misty, tell me what state you're in, hon, because it varies literally from state to state. North Carolina is pretty good. So no more than a week. Some days, or excuse me, some states are, and great. Charlotte, oh my gosh, Misty, I can plug you into unbelievable people. Minnesota will be fast. Like Montana, we just brought Shannon Johnston on. Now Shannon was the very first agent, period, of all EXP agents in Helena. So it took us a couple weeks because we weren't even set up with the MLS. Kimberly Spear, Texas is quick, quick, quick. We're set up in every place in Texas. Minnesota should be quick. And when I mean quick, 3 to 5, 6 days. So what the process is this. The link that I gave you, there's that Join Me. There's a one-page application that just tells EXP, hey, I'd like to be considered. They then, and I call the broker. So if you're going to join, tell me so I can call the broker first. I want to introduce you, so I'll send an email to you and an email to the broker, and I want to introduce you because I walk alongside you during the whole onboarding process. And of course, way beyond. But I want to make sure you get onboarded properly. I want to make sure that everything is going okay. We are growing at about 1,000 agents a month right now. 1,000 agents a month. It is unbelievable. We are the fastest growing real estate company ever in the United States. So Texas should be good. Minnesota's good. Charlotte's good. I want to know what markets you're in so that besides plugging, and you've already, okay, what was the cap again? Great question. $16,000. That is the company portion, which is about $80,000 gross commission. And the revenue share, make sure you really understand this. All of the money that goes to you bring on another agent. And that's what my goal is to help you build your residual teams, because you know how much I believe in residual income. All right. I'm going to stop the share here. I believe in residual income. You guys, I have so many friends that are making 15, 20, 30. My friends, Abby and AJ Maida, they've been in this about 19, 20 months. In March, when we became friends, they had 250 agents in their organization. They're going to hit 1,000. Within the next few weeks, they're going to hit 1,000. I mean, you're talking substantial. And my goal is to come to every single one of your cities, and we're going to build around you. That's why I'm coming to Florida. We've got agents joining in Florida. We're going to build around you. We're going to help you get your momentum. That's why AJ and Abby Maida, who are in Charlotte, Misty, I'm going to connect you in with them. Even though we're not in the same organization, we're in different business organizations, we help each other. Shannon Pyatt is in Charlotte. I will connect you to those guys. They're unbelievable. You will want to plug into their lunch and learns. Same thing with you, Sue. We're going to find out where you are in Minnesota. We will plug you into those local groups. Texas, the same thing, right? That's why we're going to go fast and furious in Florida right now, because we are going to, with doing those big events, if you're in Florida and you are considering joining and you are in Orlando, Tampa, or Naples, y'all jump in, get in, and we will build around you. Do you want me to tell you how awesome this is? It's in my betterment to actually help put people under you. You didn't see the whole structure, but actually the first level that I bring in, I actually make more money for the second level, which I'm incentivized to help you put people in your group, right? Help you grow agents, help you attract agents. We will work with them. We'll help them just like I do in this group. I mean, this kind of just happened because I just decided to share me growing my business, but you can see what happens when you get that momentum going. You can plug them into this group. You plug them into campus, right? You get them going to all those. There's so many classes and education on campus. Great questions. Any other questions? Any other questions? Great questions. And then you guys all have to get maps, right? Okay, so the 149 is what you need to get started. Yes, 149 gets you started. Yep, and you just need to let me know so I can definitely reach out to you, the broker. And somebody asked me the question like, okay, so everyone has you may not have a local broker. You'll have a state broker, okay? There is a state broker. Some of the states have two because there are so many agents. If you do not get a response from your local broker in a timely manner, then you need to go to campus and you need to reach out to campus. I am going to tell you that jumping into our cloud, whether you do it from your phone or from your computer, you literally walk into the transaction department, you walk into the technology department, you walk into agent experience, you walk into, and you're going to find this out when you take a tour. They help you immediately. You're having challenges with anything. And if you don't get help there, you come to me. So I'll just give you an example. We were having some delays in getting MLS set up in Montana. Shannon came to me. We tried to escalate it. The broker was somewhat responsive, somewhat not. I got someone else on it who's above me, and we got it handled. Y'all, these guys are busy, but I am not, I have no problem escalating things when it's called for. So my job is to support whatever agent I sponsor and who you sponsor and who they sponsor, and I don't care how deep it goes. That's our job. I'm actually in Cancun. Okay. All right, Kimberly. Perfect. Wonderful. Okay, I will. So I'm gonna, everyone that attended, I'm gonna send a copy of this, and I'm going to send the link to set up the EXP world and to set up your avatar. If you will message me, if you're ready to join, I'll help you. If you are gonna join and wanna do campus tour, then let me know, and I'd like to join you for the tour, okay? Thank you guys. You're gonna love it. I mean, every day I pinch myself and go, I can't believe I work for this company. I can't believe Glenn Sanford gave agents this gift. It's a gift, and I truly believe that. Any other questions, and then we'll jump off. And thank you for attending, all of you. Thank you. Any other questions? I'll send you the recording, and I'll send you the link to set your avatar and to be able to get into the cloud. Oh, that's it. Amazing questions. I know many of you who are on here, and I would love, it would be an honor for EXP to have you as an agent in this company. So thank you for attending. Have fun in Cancun. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.